Hey, St. Luke family, our friends, our well-wishers, beloved, this is the day that the Lord has made, and we ought to rejoice and be glad in the day. It started out raining, turned out to be a nice day toward the end of the day here. It's time for our announcements here at the St. Luke Christian Church, where God is with us, seeking to save. God is with us, seeking to save. He leaves us here to use us as instruments in His service, to be a point of inflection for Christ. Amen. That we can reach others through our life and living and love, that others will know Christ is real in us and through us. We have to remember that God works on us to work in us so He can work through us. Amen. Works on us, works in us, and to work through us. And that is at any level, any platform that we are. God can use us right where we are. Amen. Amen. This is Pastor T.C. Johnson again. It's time for our announcements before our Wednesday word and worship. And I always start with the coronavirus. It's good news on that horizon. Since last report, only one death in the state of Alabama. The last report was 513. Today, we have recorded only 514 deaths as of today. Our most recent report, I think last report that we told you, there were in Huntsville, Madison County, there are 35,369 as of today. It's only up from 35,316, so a little over 50 cases reported in the last couple of days, and that's a good thing. So right, I said it was 512 deaths. It's 514 now in the state of Alabama. So that's 2 have died since our last report, just 2-3 days ago. So that's good news. Things are getting better. We're still watching and praying, as Grandma says. Still watch and pray, child. Watch and pray. By way of the America, the United States, there are over 33.3 million. Yeah, that's what it says. 595,000 deaths as of today. 33.3 million cases, with probably about 22,000, a little 22,000 new cases over the last few days. That's around the whole nation. And that's less than 1,000 a state if you look at it from that perspective. Of course, it'll differ based upon population of the state. But there have been 595,000 deaths in the United States so far since we've had this disease. So it's slowing down. It's getting better. But we still, I still practice doing those things that I did to stay safe at the height of the virus concern. Let's continue to let's continue, because here in Alabama, our vaccine rate is so low. People are so hesitant as it relates to taking the vaccine. So our vaccine rate is lower than many other areas. One of the lowest vaccine rates in the country is the state of Alabama. So if you're traveling, and many people are, tell you that road's a mess out there. Will be a mess all summer. The prices are crazy. People can't find rental cars. Hotels have jacked up their prices, and all those kinds of things for people who want to travel. Beware of all that. If you're traveling somewhere where you have loved ones, you may be able to go and have a good time without, forking out all that money. But it's very expensive out there right now. Beloved, chill out. If I have to stay home all summer, I will. I don't intend for anyone to take one of my legs in order for me to have a night at a hotel to say I went someplace. I can drive into the time and drive back to the house. Anyway, so be careful out there. Be sure you know. Be careful. Just be careful. Be careful. Tell our young people to. We can't tell you not to go in the crowds, but be sure to be aware where you are at all times. Okay. A couple other announcements. One is our community baby shower. We do it every year, every June. Mommy Matters and Women's Department get together, and they bring in and put items in our donation gift boxes. We can take all of these gifts, Pampers and baby stuff, and we share it with the community for those young ladies who may becoming mothers and don't have this necessary stuff. And so we do it year round, but certainly this is our month to collect. So if you want to make a financial contribution to Mommy Matters in order for them to go out and purchase things that they can be a blessing to those young mothers or those mothers out there who are in need, you can do that. They ask for Pampers and stuff for babies. Yep, stuff for babies. All right, so remember that one. June is Youth Month, as we usually celebrate our youth and vacation Bible study, and we're certainly struggling with what to do with that. So we will have a virtual, I think it's a virtual vacation Bible study this year, and I think the headline is Quarantine Wilderness Escape. Quarantine Wilderness Escape, where God guides and provides. Okay. Youth ministry. Let's see. It says the youth ministry will be celebrating and acknowledging our youth through their eyes of success and how they trust God during the Egypt quarantine experience 2020-2021 academic year. So parents, please make sure you submit your child academic achievements and picture via link that was sent out. Okay, so we want you to do that. We want to lift up and congratulate the child. June 7th through June 11th, the virtual VBS, 6 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. for all ages, pre-K to 12. You'll be sent a schedule. So VBS will start next week for pre-K to 12 grade. All right, be sure to pay attention to those announcements. Again, we'll let you know our deacons, diaconate, our ministers and families. We will let you know and try to get the word out. We still, a few things have to be in place. If they're in place, you'll be able to come to service at 9:30 on Sunday morning. Starting this Sunday morning, you'll be able to come this Sunday morning at 9:30. Hopefully you'll be able to come this Sunday morning at 9:30. Just that small group. Someone asked me about inoculation. Should you have taken the vaccine, or what if you haven't taken the vaccine? That's really a hard call, and that's on the individual. It would certainly be easier if everyone have taken the vaccine. It will be easier if everyone has taken the vaccine. But for those who have taken the vaccine, you can come, even though, and we'll be doing some things to make sure you don't have fevers and stuff like that. So where are you, Pastor, on when the church is going to open more holistically? We'll do the ushers. We'll do the choir music ministry group at a 9:30. Ushers at a 9:30, and then a different small group at a 9:30, and we'll rotate that through the summer. I'm concerned with what it's going to look like in the next 2 to 4 weeks relative to everyone getting back out. So, Memorial Day, people were everywhere. I know. While I was driving, people were everywhere, and so within the next couple of weeks, 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we will know and see what's happening. That will, in the meantime, we'll be doing the small groups, and we'll go from there. You know, if that doesn't turn out to be hectic and turn out to be okay, then I'll have a little bit more confidence about when to open up more holistically. So keep us in prayer as we try to make those decisions, and we're making them with you in mind. And some churches are open, and people are telling me, well, you know, I might go to such church. Well, I mean, that, I bless you. I bless you. And for some of you, if you'll call and let us know you're coming at 9:30, we have places and spaces for you to come at 9:30. If you want to come out, you're just in that mood, I just need to be in the house of the Lord. If you call us and come, or you hear it at 9:30, we'll get you a nice, safe place, and you can come. But let us know, because we have to be able to, you know, ensure that we're doing things in a healthy way. All right. So that's that. Our sick in our those who are convalescing, those who are keep them in prayer. I always tell you, Brother Hall, keep Brother Charles Halls in our prayers. Sister Veronica Thomas, keep her in prayer. Brother Mingo Ponder, who's convalescing at home. Sister Devance, she's with her family now. Sister Pat Flowers, just blessed of the Lord. Keep her in prayer. Audrey, Steve Henry, Nathaniel Fletcher, Michelle Woods, Billy Burrs. Keep them all in prayer, on our prayer list. And our seniors, I say this all the time, I shouldn't have to remind you of this. If you have a senior that you would, you know, focus in on, that person that you spoke to, you looked up to, call them and have a conversation. See how they're doing. Call our seniors, family group leaders, and tribal leaders. Make sure you're keeping contact with the membership. If you have people graduating or whatever, let us know so that we can celebrate with them. Amen, amen, amen. Now, on yesterday, there was big news as it relates to Black history. President Biden recognized the destruction of Black Wall Street for what it was, a massacre based on hate and jealousy as it relates to Tulsa, Oklahoma's 40-block district, which was thriving 100 years ago. Black-owned businesses, banks, schools, hospital, plane, city, transportation, all independent, all owned by Blacks, and the jealousy that was there created what the news tried to call a race riot. It was a massacre of successful Blacks, a successful Black township called Black Wall Street. It was hid by the government for at least the investigation was kept under seal for a long time. Findings of that investigation was finally released, I think it was 2001, after a commission determined that the Tulsa government there in Oklahoma conspired to destroy that city. The first city bombs were dropped from the air on the United States soil was dropped on Black Wall Street 100 years ago. One of the worst, and they say 300. We have been there, and the number surpasses 300 to the people that we talked to there in Tulsa. There were rail cars of Blacks and Blacks' bodies dumped into the river, as well as mass graves. And so It was an intentional thing. The President of the United States, most powerful office in the United States and perhaps the world, recognized it on yesterday as a massacre for what it was. Recognized it for what it was, a massacre of successful African Americans. I certainly hope and pray that at some point in time we can get our network back together and think along the lines of ownership, empowerment, in leaving for our young people was first creating something they can look up to and then leaving something they can live on. So, and it can be handed down, wealth handed down. And so we'll see what comes out of that. It is a good start. It is a good start in recognizing that. So let's keep him in prayer, because every time a president has done something major for blacks, so let's keep him in prayer. The guy will keep his hands on of safety. So let's just do that. Oh, these are exciting times, and I share with you, don't worry, don't be anxious, don't be afraid about whatever is going on, sociological or socio-economic and all that kind of stuff. God has a way of working all things together for good for those who love him and are the called according to his purpose. I just believe that. Listen, this is Pastor T.C. Johnson. I am here in Huntsville, Alabama at the St. Luke Christian Church, where God is with us seeking to save. So you be safe, continue to be careful, and we'll see you a little later with word and worship. All right, bye-bye.